An upsurge in crime in some suburbs of Kasoa is giving residents there sleepless nights. The death of a 17-year-old boy, for example, during a robbery of a mobile money merchant last week at Bigman Town, is just one of many incidents plaguing the sprawling city in the central region. Abubakar Abdul Kadiri, whose brother was killed in that incident, was also shot in the arm and leg. The terrified residents of Kasoa Bigman Town, Akwili, and its environs are blaming the crimes on foreigners they say have taken up residence in large numbers. And the poor roads, they say, that is making it difficult for the police to effectively patrol. JoyNews' Maxwell Agbagba has more in the following report.
Unhappy faces on the compound of Abubakar Abdul Kadir's residence. The mere thought of darkness sends shivers down the members of this household. But Abdul Kadir, the mobile money merchant, in his bandaged gunshot wounds, musters courage to recall the ordeal.
My younger one wakes me up and tells me that some people were barging to the house, so I should come in. So when I went from the gate, so when I got to my porch, then I was hearing the other guy, because they were in already. So the other guy was like, give me the gun, telling my younger ones that they should come, let's push the door, because there is a thief, because they are holding gun. I was trying to push the door, like they're trying to break the door. When they started shooting, so the first shoot was from the window, and my brother was there. He's from inside coming. It was standing because he's the one holding my phones. Okay. Actually, that was when they shoot him. Like first, we were protecting the door. Even my leg, when they shot my leg, I didn't even know whether I was shot.
The other members of the household were not spared, with the robbers making away with their possessions and cash. Kadri shares fond memories of his 17-year-old brother who was killed by the robbers.
Actually, my brother, I don't know what to say about him, because it's a lot more about me, because he even painted my room for me recently. That was last 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what to say about him, because it's a lot much more.
We've now left Kasoa Bigman Town, and now we are here at Akwili. Well, we heard that mobile money operators and some shop owners here are not spared in all of these attacks. Well, we're here to meet Florence. Florence operates a mobile money business some few meters away from this place, and the robbers stormed her shop, stole talk time worth 25,000 Ghana cedis, and also stole from her some properties belonging to her from this mobile money shop.
We came here on Sunday to work. That was around 8 to 9. We were about to close, and one of our madam's daughter went out. So he went to see a friend and told her that, like, we are closing. Not knowing that the people around were just watching us, monitoring us to see what is going to happen over here. So all of a sudden, that she was about to enter the room, the people came, followed her and entered, told us to lie down. So what of a sudden, what we saw was like they were inside, two people entered with guns, and they asked us to lie down. So we also lied down, as what they said, and they took whatever they wanted to take. They took the credit that we were selling, the money, phones, personal phones and other things, laptop, a lot. Even remote, they even took a remote. They even took baller that we've even packed away.
President of the Association of Concerned Residents of Kasoa, Amadou Tuareg, says the residents are convinced some of the aliens who have settled in the communities are those behind the robberies.
When you look at the situation too, we have a lot of foreigners in here. That is when I talk of foreigners, the Nigerians, young boys, you don't know what they do. Nobody knows what, but you go to the big estate houses around, and there are those occupying those buildings. So please, we call on the city authorities and call on big men at the top there, that is the police hierarchy, to most of them, we know some of them live here, they should at least come to the aid of the good people of Kasoa, because the security situation in Kasoa is unbearable.
The residents of Akweli and Bigman Town say they have lost count of the number of attacks they have suffered in the last 2 weeks, with homes, mobile money merchants and shops being the main targets. Reporting for JoyNews, Maxwell Agbagba.
Like this, such person.
Meanwhile, lack of access roads, inadequate facilitators and classrooms are major challenges confronting the implementation of the complementary basic education program at Kpandai, East Gonja, Bole and Sola Tunakaba districts in the northern region. In some cases, the schools have classrooms, but there's no one from the community who can read and also write for them to use as a facilitator for the program. And coordinator of the program for ABIS Ghana, Ibrahim Salia, said these impediments make it difficult for children in those communities to benefit from the program. Mr. Salia made the revelation during the appreciation day held at Sola to award facilitators for the program. JoyNews correspondent Rafiq Salam now reports from Sola in the northern region. We have to bring you that story later. But in the meantime, how sure do you think you can be of the eye color of someone you just met? Sounds awkward to ask such a critical question of someone you just met. But I have a reason for asking this question. And can you tell if someone's real eye color is brown, whether it's gray, whether it's blue, or even green at all? Don't be quick to answer, because they might be wearing contact lenses. The growing popularity of contact lenses may be the beginning of a new fashion statement. But the question is, do they have any side effects? JoyNews' Jackie Nate has been finding out more.
Have you wondered whether the gentleman or lady who passed by you is really having brown, blue, or even gray eyes? Well, that is how convenient it has become for some Ghanaians to choose their eye color to communicate their confidence. Want to know more? Join me as we find out about this whole new fashion craze, contact.
Contact lens, or simply contacts, is a thin jelly-like lens placed directly on the surface of the pupil to correct and improve upon one's vision. But the situation has taken a different twist. There are a crop of people who just want to change or enhance their eye color. Their option is cosmetic or aesthetic contacts. Cosmetic contacts have become the new fashion fad for most people, especially the youth. The craze for these contacts is either to boost one's confidence or simply blend the color of the pupil to what one wears. Raymond Johnson is a model and has been wearing cosmetic contacts for 3 years now. Introduced to the trend by his friends, he says he finds them attractive and feels confident wearing them. He demonstrates the process of wearing it.
It needs to be clean, so I mostly put it on after I've taken my bath, so that at least I would get off the germs and all that from it. So after I've taken my bath, I stand in front of the mirror, then I can see myself so that I can get close contact to my pupil. So this is how I do it. Some model friend of mine, because anytime I see him, he's looking different. There's something about his eyes. So he told me, oh, he often puts on contact lens. That's why I see him to be different in the face. When you see me from afar, you see me differently on the face. Yes, so it complements my look and it adds up to my confidence, if I may say. I put them on mostly if I have photo shoots, because probably I would want to achieve some kind of particular look. So when I put this on, it helps me get that stern but sexy kind of look.
Sebastian Ainin suffers from short-sightedness. Unlike Johnson, he wears the contact for medical reasons.
I have a problem with my eyes, and I went to the hospital and the doctor was like, I should wear glasses. And I told him I don't want to wear glasses because it makes my eyes, it makes me look like a nerd and all that. So I don't want to wear the glasses. And he went then to explain it to me that we have this contact lens that you put it on. It's medicated. It's just like the eyeglasses, but this, it's fashionable and it's easy and it's easygoing and people don't mostly see it. So when he said it, I was like, well, let me try it. So he showed me the process, washing my hands with soap, putting them on for 8 hours or more, but I can't sleep with it, telling me the side effects and everything. Then I decided to go for it than the spectacles.
Does these aesthetics pose any danger to the human eye? Mahmoud Khalid is an ophthalmic optician and a fellow of the British Dispensing Opticians. He educates me on who can put on contact lenses.
Some people can wear contact lenses for 12 hours. Some people, they can wear them for 8 hours or 4 hours. Actually, it depends on the amount of tears you have in your eyes, because most of the contact lenses, we're talking about almost 49% of the lenses is made of water. So the lens will take that water from your eye. So if you don't have enough tears, you will end up having dry eyes.
There are users who wear the contacts overnight. Mr. Khalid addresses that issue.
Next day you wake up with the red eyes. It will be very difficult to remove the lens because it will be stuck on your cornea. So you might need some special eye drops to remove that lens. Actually, it depends on the amount of tears you have in your eyes. Some people might get away with it. Some people will have a severe problems with sleeping with the contact lenses in general. And I'm talking about cosmetic contact lenses because some people, they take it for granted, you know. They go out at night, they wear them, they come back, they're lazy to take them out. So cosmetic contact lenses is good if you know how to use contact lenses.
For all potential and prospective wearers of contact lens, here's some free advice.
First of all, you're not supposed to sleep with them. You're not supposed to wear them more than, it depends on your eyes. Let's say maximum 12 hours a day. Okay? You know how to store them as well. The case you use for the lens, you have to change it every time you buy your lenses. If you keep on using the same container, the case to keep the lens safe, that will attract bacteria, that will damage the lens, that will damage your eye. So if you don't wash your hands before inserting the lenses or removing the lenses, if you don't know how to put in the lenses or take them out, if you have long nails, okay, and you're trying to remove the lens, okay, and you scratch your cornea, you don't go blind, but you get injured.
To have first-hand experience, I opted to have contact lenses fixed, and here is what I went through. This is my new look after trying the green cosmetic contacts. You can do so. You can change your eye colors from blue to green to pink or even brown. The choice is yours, but make sure in the process you don't ruin your eyes. For JoyNews, Jacqueline Nati.
They really look beautiful, don't they? But let's get on to the story that we couldn't bring you. And it's about the lack of access roads, inadequate facilitators and classrooms being major challenges confronting the implementation of the complementary basic education program at Kpandai, Isgonja, Bole and Sola Tunakaba districts in the northern region. And Rafik Salam is bringing us more.
Government of Ghana, in collaboration with 9 non-governmental organizations and with assistance from UK Department for International Development, DFID, a United States Agency for International Development, USAID, in 2013, launched a complementary basic education program, CBE. The CBE program seeks to provide out-of-school children with ages between 8 and 14 with literacy, numeracy, and life skills in order to access primary education. According to a 2013 report on out-of-school children in Ghana by the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, 24% of children with ages ranging from 8 to 14 years are out of school in northern Ghana. Additionally, the Education Sector Performance Review of 2007 concluded that about 800,000 children across the country aged 6 to 14 years are still out of school. The figure is, however, higher in deprived areas, with large proportion of them in the 3 northern regions of the country. 4 districts, namely Pandai, East Gonja, Bole, and Solotuna Calabar district in the northern region, are among 37 districts in the country benefiting from the program being implemented by IBIS Ghana with support from some local partners. IBIS coordinator for the 4 districts, Ibrahim Saleh, posited that since the start of the program, they have made significant success.
I must say that a total of 25,878 children in all the 4 districts that were enumerated were able to enroll in the complementary basic education program. And 49% of the children were females. And you could see that we nearly reached parity. 25,252 children, representing 97%. And out of these, 49% are females, were able to complete the 9 months mother tongue literacy.
The program, Mr. Saleh, however, noted, is without challenges.
Some of the key challenges that the program
And we do apologize for the loss of sound for that story. President Akufo-Addo has reiterated his call to the Zambian government to pay particular outstanding pensions and end-of-service benefits due a group of retired Ghanaian teachers who have contributed to the education of many people in the Zambia. The issue was first brought to the attention of the Zambian president when President Akufo-Addo paid a state visit to that country in June. JoyNews is also learning not much progress has since been made when the issue was discussed by the 2 leaders. President Akufo-Addo on Wednesday asked the new Zambian High Commissioner to Ghana to facilitate the process to resolve the issue. Rayford Mbolo was at the Flagstaff House to present his letter of credentials.
What both of us are required to do is to make sure that the Ghana-Zambian relationship is strengthened during the period in office. There were 1 or 2 matters of history that I raised with the president when I was there. You know about this lingering issue about our teachers who have been there. When I got there, he had made efforts to try and see about resolving that problem. And I think some initial payments have in fact been made in settlement of their entitlements. But it's a matter which I'll be grateful if you could also, from your end, add your voice so that it can, resolution can be expedited.
And the Zambian High Commissioner Rayford Mbolo says his country is looking forward to also learning best practices from Ghana regarding the management of mining, agriculture and tourism sectors.
In agriculture, Your Excellency, we are equally aware that Ghana has done very well, especially in the field of research, the field of value addition, the value chain in terms of cassava. Cassava is produced in my country. So I want to draw as many lessons as we can practically do from this great republic. Equally, Your Excellency, tourism here has got great potential. You have done so well as Ghana. And while I'm here serving as High Commissioner, it will be my very special obligation to ensure that I provide a bridge, in between this great nation and our country back home.
And that's it for the latest news updates we have. But we have a lot more news, though. We'll be looking at the stories on the front pages of the various newspapers, and we'll look at how the free SHS is going, whether funding is available now for the many schools that will be involved in the program to kickstart it when they reopen from next week. And we'll look at some online portals and the stories that have been posted there. Through it all, you can get interactive. On Facebook, we have JoyNews on TV. We also have our interactive handle on Twitter at JoyNews on TV. And right now, we always stream not only on Facebook, but through our channel on YouTube by Joy Online TV.